5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love you too. What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's my hat like that? It's your boy DubJ back at it again with another one. You already know what it is. Sorry for the volume in advance. It's your boy DubJ. Episode number 78, I think it is. We're gonna do something a little different. We in Starbucks right now, so hopefully y'all can hear me pretty well. I tested the audio before I recorded, so I think you can. And my face is so close to the screen because I have to talk into my laptop mic. I didn't bring my microphone with me, looking like I was crazy. So, okay, so we are going to pull the curtains back, guys. We are going to do talk about some marketing, okay? We're going to talk about some marketing. Particularly our first time doing a campaign. What's going on, Mateo? First time we're going to peel back the curtains on some marketing with our REI REPLY. And basically what that's going to look like is this. Let's see. Pull it up here. Wait a minute, where is it at? Oh, there it is. Let's track, my bad. I was trying to record earlier to test it out. Okay, so here we go. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Workflows. All right, so the home screen probably starts off something like this, or I'm gonna go to the automation screen, my bad. Automation. There it is, automation. Okay, so this is no formal slideshow deck, anything like that. I'm just gonna go right through it. This is how I market. This is how I normally send out all of my messages. This is just strictly SMS. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see me because sometimes it doesn't show. But how about I log in here too? So I'm on GHL right now, guys. Sorry, REI REPLY, which is a GHL platform, guys. Okay. And I don't own the rights to this music. Okay. If you can hear it, I don't own the rights to this music. Sorry about that. All right. So I am going to set up a marketing campaign to go after luxury deals. Okay. Luxury deals that are going to bring in some big time assignment fees. And the way I go about it normally, if I was to do any market, right? So I'll come in here, my workflow list. This is my workflow list. I come in here. This is all the different states and markets that I'm in. So in this particular case, we're going to do California. So I'm going to jump in here and I'm basically going to duplicate this workflow, but I must first show you guys how the original copy prototype looks, right? Okay, so I'm gonna let that load for a second. Y'all follow me. All right, so this is the workflow list here. This is the map of everything. So after there's a trigger, I got my users assigned, which is my phone numbers. I got I think three different California phone numbers attached there. And then, so basically 3 phone numbers they're basically an agent. Each phone number represents it being its own agent, and it's sending out a message. Each agent sends out a message, right? So I got some if-then workflows here. If there's a user, then we're going to proceed to, day of the week. Okay, is it a day of the week? Is it a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Is it a Saturday? Right? Because we also blast messages on Saturdays. We don't blast messages on Sunday, however. Okay, so I'm going to go through this fast. By the way, if I'm going too fast, just kind of rewind it. It's recording live, and there it is. All right, so hopefully it stays up because if music is playing in the background, I can't do nothing about that. I'm at Starbucks, YouTube, so don't kick me off. Don't cancel me. I don't own the rights to this music. All right, moving on. So if it's a weekday, right? Okay, we break it down. We say we're sending out messages only from 9 a.m. to about 3 p.m. sometimes 4 p.m. We just keep the window from 9 to 4, but normally we do 6 hours out the day. Okay, depending on what time zone we're in, we're just going to stretch that window out from 9 to 4. And then also on the weekends, like I said, we do 10 to 4 or 10 to 3 on the weekend. Okay, so that's what that is. That's what these first nodes represent here. Okay, so if the time is between 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., there's going to be a certain message. It's going to say, "Good morning. I was checking to see, are you the one that owns 123 Main Street? Any plans to sell it? Thanks, Dee." Right? And then if that person gets 21 days in this particular workflow, because it was a big, large list that I loaded, 3 weeks, they give 3 weeks for them to reply. If they don't reply in 3 weeks, we wait, and then we wait an hour, and then we, boom, hit them with another message. "Good morning. It is possible that I have the wrong data, but did you see the previous message about 123 Main Street?" So that's what this message is in, right? That's what that's hitting for, okay? Gonna wait another 3 weeks. Well, about 18 days. Yeah, pretty much 3 weeks. I mean, waiting some more, right? If they still don't respond. Last and final message. Well, we know life is busy. Maybe you didn't see. It, but did you get the text about 123 Main Street? Any plans around selling it? Okay. So that was a 3 drip campaign. Okay. We wait some more. This time it's just like 5 days. And then if they don't respond after the third and last final message, we add a tag. We add them as a non-responsive tag. We hit them, we take them out the workflow, and then we have an option to add them into another workflow if we want it. So we can even add them into a 30, 60, 90-day campaign if we want it. And then that breaks out again into another workflow, and it starts all over again. And then that campaign you can boom, 30, 60, 90-day drip them. Okay. But I'm not going to do that. I just take them out the workflow, and then they just remain in the non-responsive bucket, and I'll just address that later. Okay, so that's what it normally looks like. Again, that's just the 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. drip. Okay, and then it goes over to 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We don't do duplicate messages around here. Okay, they may look alike, but they're not the exact same. Why? Because we don't want to be flagged as spam a lot. We don't want to get in trouble with the Verizons and the T-Mobiles and the AT&Ts of the world, right? We want to try to remain as compliant as possible. So we have to be careful and switch up our messaging. All right. So this one says, "Good morning. This is Dee. My info could be off, but it's 123 Main Street, the one you own." Now, obviously, the brackets here is referencing the address that we have loaded for them on file, right? And that happens by going to custom values, go to contact, and then you scroll down and you put address 1. Okay, so that automatically imports their information. Okay, and then it's again, you're waiting several weeks, couple weeks, few weeks, whatever. Moves on to message 2, and then same thing, moves on to message 3. Okay, so that's all the way through the whole entire day. Okay, so that's how we rolling. That's for the weekday. And then for the weekend, it's kind of similar. Starting at 10 a.m. and we're doing the same thing. "Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday. I was just checking to see if you are the one that owns, 123 Main Street. Thanks, Alex." Just to get them going, get them started. Sometimes I don't even ask if they're looking to sell. Sometimes I just start a conversation, right? And just get them talking. "Yeah, I own it. Who are you? Or what do you want?" Right? They start responding, they start texting. And then I'll have my AI agent start to engage, and it knows exactly what to say. It's trained on the different scripts and a knowledge base of sorts, right? So again, I don't own the music, don't own the rights to this music. All right, so, and then what else? So that's that. So that's the weekend, and again, that runs all the way from 10 a.m. up to 3 p.m. All right, so after that, so that's that. So what we're going to do now, right? I'm not going to use this same workflow, right? I'm going to tweak it just a bit because we're doing a luxury market, and this time I'm wanting to have a different approach. I want to have a more bold approach, a more certain approach, and a more, assertive and just matter of fact approach and certain approach. Did I say certain already? I don't know, but I want to have all that. And reason being is because we're talking, multi-million dollar price points and values. We're going to let them know, like, hey, we're working with a handful of developers, and right now we're interested in property in your area. We're going to be asking them if they know anybody specifically in their area, or if they know anyone, that may be interested in selling, because we're interested in buying. And then we're going to even let them, we're going to make an offer, right? We're going to generalize an offer and saying that, we're paying top dollar. We're going to say something like we're paying top dollar, right? We're paying, at or a little bit above retail. We're going to say things like that. And I'll tell you why in a minute. All right, so let me back out. So this is let me back out. All right, I'm going to duplicate this workflow. So come here. I think I had a, I'm going to do a 3 drip because we're not going to have as many records. So I want to hit them more times than not. See, I got a 3 drip and a 2 drip. I think I'm going to do the, I think it was, we don't want the big list. We want the 6K list drip. That means if I do a 6K list drip, that just means the number of days that they wait is less because they go in rotation. I don't want messages overlapping itself because I can only send out a certain amount of messages per phone number per day. There's ways around that. There's workarounds. You can actually blast like hundreds of messages per day and all of that stuff. I'm not the one to talk about that right now. I don't want to get into that. I haven't done that in a while, since before the whole compliance issue thing. But you can blast simultaneously messages. It's a certain way around it. Actually, holla at CC Garland too. CC Garland, he's huge in this space when it comes to scaling your marketing and everything for wholesaling real estate. So shout out to him, man. He can actually tell you how to do that. But so yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and so pretty much the same thing here. What I'm gonna do is duplicate this. I'm gonna duplicate this one. So I gotta go back. I don't own the rights to this music. All right. Let me hear duplicate, make duplicate, boom. All right, so then I'm gonna name this Cali Market. I'm gonna name it Luxury. Cali Market Luxury, whatever. Doesn't matter. I know what it is. All right, then I'm gonna click on it. All right, so here's where AI kind of comes into play again with the same way, basic way everybody uses it every day. You can do it one or two ways, actually. They got like a beta version in REI Reply where you can tell it what you want to do, what workflow you want to spit out. But honestly, you be having to like kick out so many iterations and so many tries that I don't even like. I haven't bothered in a while, so I just kind of just copy and duplicate my workflow that I have set up here. So what I'm going to do now instead is I do have to manually do this, but all of these initial messages, I got to change them. So here's where I bring up Claude. I'm gonna come in here real time. Let's talk about it. Let me see. For some reason I can't use voice mode. I want to use the microphone. See, I even had to do this for my for my what's the name today? Hold on, let me go back. Let's try. Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to tell it. All right, I am working on a marketing campaign for one of my luxury lists in California. I am looking to generate 10 different examples of me asking a seller if they are interested in selling their property. So one example is going to be like this. It's going to say, hey, hope all is well. I saw that you own the property on 123 Main Street. I work with a handful of developers and we are actively buying in this area. Do you know anyone that have any plans to sell? We are paying top dollar. Let me know. Thanks. I want, again, 10 different variations of that message. And then also, I need for it to be 145 characters or less for the text message. And let's just start there. What do you have? I hope I captured all that. Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna come back to Claude. Put this in Claude. Actually, too, I'm going to copy my. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. All right. I am working on a marketing campaign for one of my luxury lists in California. I am looking to generate 10 different examples of me asking the seller if they're interested in selling their property. So one of these examples is going to be like this. It's going to say, hey, hope all is well. I saw that you own the property on 123 Main Street. Actually, this is what I'm gonna do. So instead of 123 Main Street, I'm going to literally come in here and copy the brackets so that I don't have to keep going back and forth and doing that. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and do that. Boom. Okay. And then I say, I work with a handful of developers and we are actively buying in this area. Do you know anyone that have any plans to sell? We are paying top dollar. Let me know. Thanks. Then I'm gonna say, or something like, close that, or something like, hey there, we are um, let's see, I work with a handful of developers um, that are paying that are let me see. I'm trying to say I want to say that is allowing people to net more than they would by listing it. Because that's another thing about this, guys. These guys can net more with us than they if they were to list it on the MLS, and I'm going to explain that in a minute too. I want to see. Well, how about I just say that? How about I just say that? Also, the main thing here is we can help sellers get um, at or above retail for their properties and even net more with us than if they were to go the traditional route in most cases. So I want 10 different variations of that message, and then also I need it to be 145 characters left. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. So let's go ahead and I should use Opus for that, but It doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and get that cracking. And then basically once that cooks, I probably wouldn't use them all. They're not gonna all be great, but I'm gonna use whatever that fits the best. And then I'm gonna come in and just swipe out some of my old campaign, right? And then I'll save it. And then that's one part of the that's one part of it. I mean, what's crazy is I could have probably had Claude Cowork do this too for me, but I didn't want it to mess up. I don't know if I can trust it yet, given it my APIs and keys and stuff yet for my CRM. So I don't know about that yet. Okay, here are 10 variations, all under 145 characters, including the boom, boom, boom variable. Hey, hope all is well. Saw you on blank. We're buying in this area and pay top dollar. Any plans to sell? Let me know. Okay. Hey, quick question. Any chance you consider selling? We can net you more than the traditional route. Thanks. I love it. Hi, I work with developers actively buying in your area. Would you entertain an offer on blank? We pay top dollar. I mean, who will not respond to this favorably? I mean, there's going to be a bunch of people still saying no, never, not interested, f off, whatever. But it ain't going to be as many. It's not going to be as many as it used to be, right? Um, and we're hitting a lot of different folks up, guys. Like we're not just I'm not just hitting up uh, what you call it, absentee owners. I'm hitting up everybody that's within the area of our new builds. Okay, so okay, perfect. I want all this. I want all the smoke. I'm not even about to like second guess that. I'm just yes. Let's just do it. But what I like to do though, I'm going to be asking if they know somebody else that's selling more than I'm asking if they are selling, because there's what's powerful in that is we're knocking two birds off with one stone, because and we're like acting like we're it's like a sidestep approach, right? It's like hey, I'm looking for somebody that's probably a little better than you, but I wouldn't mind taking you as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like asking them but not asking them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as what am I trying to say? It's not, y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. But I'm not like directly asking them for the business. But at the same time, they know I am, because if I'm looking for it, then they'd be like, well, I'm interested in selling. Well, what would you give me? What would you pay me? You know what I'm saying? Um, and they'd be like, well, why'd you use my address, right? If that comes up, well, we're using your address because we're using this area. We're your address popped up in this area as one of the properties that we may be interested in. Because the thing is, I'm gonna filter out a list, guys. That's the next part. I'm gonna filter out the list. It's gonna have a certain amount of you know um, properties that are within a half an acre or below, or acre or below. It's going to be built up to 1999 and below. It could be any size, square feet. It don't matter with that. And then hopefully not in the flood zone. I'm going to make sure it's not on a, well, I can't make sure it's not on the main road. Sometimes I can't help that. There's a lot of the stuff we can't help, but still, we're going to load it up, because we're not going to individually check every single property and load it up. That's dumb. We're just going to load them all up and just have the workflow and the AI go to work. So okay, but anyway, going back to the drip. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this right on over here. And how many characters we got? 148. Beautiful. Because I still have my signature is part of that character, or is part of that message. So my signature is my company name. It's like half of my company name, and then it's reply never to end. The reason why I say reply never to end is because you don't want them to keep hitting unsubscribe, spam, stop, end. You don't want them to keep hitting that, because those are trigger words for cell phone carriers to say, okay, man, this guy got to get out of here. You know, he's spamming everybody. He got to go. So you got to kind of have that workaround to remain in the game and be compliant. All right, so that's that. Um, Even though this one kind of, this might take it over just a little bit, so I might have to work on this one. But anyway, hey, hope all is well. Saw you on blank. We're buying in this area and even paid top dollar. Any plans to sell? Let me know. Thanks, DD. Okay. Or just D. And then also THX. Every letter counts, man. Every character counts. All right, so cool. I got that in there, and then I hit save action. All right. The follow-up ones, I'll probably just leave. I might just leave that as it is. Good morning. Is it possible I have the wrong data? But did you see the message I sent? Well, sometimes, I might change it because sometimes they don't get the first message, and then they get the second one as if that was the first one. So you got to say, I want to treat that one as if it's the initial one too. So hey, I'll probably go in here and remix it and just be like, I'll do this one. Hey, quick question. So I'll do this one. Hold on. Hey, quick question. Any chance you consider selling? We can net you more than the traditional route. Thanks. We usually can net you more than the traditional route. Thanks. Now, on the second messages, you don't have to worry about the signature part of it because when you're first reaching out to somebody, you have to put that reply never to end or reply no to stop. You got to put that on your first initial contact. Anything after that, you're good. But you still want to have it under 160 characters so that you don't cross over, because once it's 160 characters was one message. Anything above that is going to be two messages, and you get charged for two messages. And then obviously anything above 320 characters is three messages, right? So y'all get where I'm going. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. All right. So that's part 2. So I'm gonna save that. Wait 7 days, and then the third one I probably just leave as is. All right, cool. And then we just let the campaign do what it do. And then I save it every time. All right, going on to the next. All right, we're kind of running low on time, so y'all get it from here. We're and y'all can holler at me for the workflows. I can probably whip this up for you, and we'll go from there. But again, this is GHL or REI REPLY, same thing. So, all right, now let's dive into the market analysis. On the last episode, towards the end of the last episode, I showed how back in 2023, how I was talking about how to find a market with all these luxury builders and stuff like that. So I'm gonna kind of go repeat that process again a little bit. Follow me real quick. All right, so we on Redfin. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull up Claude Cowork, and hopefully it don't slow down my joint. Let me see. Where's Claude Cowork at? There we go. So I told Claude Cowork to go on to redfin.com and to pull the entire state of California. Like, I was just ridiculous with it. I said, pull the entire state and basically run me a search for all the new builds, right? All the new construction, everything that was built in 2024 and newer. And let me see all the actives, let me see all the pendings, and let me see all the solds. Okay, put it all on a spreadsheet for me. And then I wanted it to give me what has the most activity in each zip code, right? So, and particularly, I wanted to see what had the most solds. So let me see if I can share that with y'all. Give me a second. Drop something in the comments if y'all still with me. Hopefully y'all are. I don't know. Give me a thumbs up. Hell yeah. Fire emojis, 100, something. Yeah, all that good stuff. Okay, appreciate y'all. Even though that was me. All right, so I'm going to share. Hold on. Luxury. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. All right. Bam. All right. So I'm gonna just share the top two. Okay. Top two. Look at that. Menlo Park and Manhattan Beach. Okay. Let's check out Menlo Park real quick. All right. Let's check out Menlo Park. So I got to keep going back and forth with the share mode. Sorry. All right. So Menlo Park is obviously going crazy. So we come here and, we type in the same filter. Like I said, I want to see the solds. First of all, let's just check out where Menlo Park is. Perfect. This is beautiful because I'm literally marketing over there already, right? I literally just sent out a campaign for a property in East Palo Alto, which is right over here. Shout out to Lucy Powell, man. Lucy Gao, Guao, I think her last name is. Man, she says something. She's like one of the, I think outside of Taylor Swift, she might be the youngest female billionaire um, who sold a AI company to Meta for like 26 Bs. Crazy. But she was talking about this area. She was talking about what are like, they was asking her, what are some areas, that you can go to get around like-minded individuals who are, looking to pace themselves at a higher level and stuff like that. She like, they thought it was a bunch of cities and bunch of areas. And she was like, no, it's only like two. It's like San Francisco and New York. Like those are the only two. Like those are the only two cities or markets where founders go there and thrive. And they just like, she was like, because it's like if you're in California, if you're in San Francisco and you just, you're around some people and you ask them what they do and they say, oh, I'm an engineer at Google, then they're going to look at you like, oh, well, you're a piece of shit. Like, like you're going to feel embarrassed. She was like, and then public embarrassment is like a great motivator. And like, so I like to be around a lot of people in San Francisco or New York. And it was just like mind blowing. And it was so simple and profound at the same time. It kind of hit me. And I was like, damn. And I'm like, shit, I'm out here marketing in the Bay Area, man. San Francisco is 20 minutes from all this. It's like, well, not 20 minutes, but here's San Francisco right here. And then if you come down, all of this is the Bay Area, okay? Redwood City, Stanford, Palo Alto, all of that. Google, Meta, like all of that stuff is headquartered all around there, man. That's Founders Valley, okay? So anyway, I digress. Menlo Park is where we at, right? So go check out that interview too, y'all. Like that's so motivating. It was with the guys from the School of Hard Knocks, man. My man's James Josh and John, I think. But anyway, all right. So looking at this filter, I'm going to go to home. And I'm going to go to year built 2024. And then I'm going to go to, yeah, man, it's like, I want to aspire to be a billionaire now and hang around all the people that want to be, build something. That's why I get hype off building stuff like this. Okay, so anyway, Menlo Park. So, hold on. Oh, it got rid of my zip code. I want to focus in on the zip code. Okay, we want to do so. First, let's see what's active or pending. Not many. It's only 4. Okay, what's sold? 10 in the last 3 months. That's crazy. Healthy market. When you got more solds than pending and actives, come on, man. So in the last 6 months, oh, just 11. Okay, last year, 28. Beautiful. Okay, so what we do now is, and what I already have done, because I parsed all this data over into Claude Code, and it's going to tell me, you can click on, let's look in this area. So West Menlo Park looks to be pretty popular. If I can circle all of this here, I mean, pretty much the whole zip code, but it's more activity here, right? So if I click on this $8 million joint, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So oh my God. So they purchased it for 8.6 million, excuse me, in 2025. And I think they are still, damn, did they, wait a minute. Holy schmoly. Okay. Freaking estimate is 13 million, man. Are you kidding me? Okay, so here's what I wanted to see right here. They bought it for 1.4, okay? Back in March of 2025. They bought it for 1.4. So, and let's check out the main spec we want to look at is this. Okay, it's almost a third of an acre size lot. Okay, and I bet you if I put this address into one of my if you go to the Google Street View, I bet you'll see the old crib. Watch this. Look how I look on Google Street View, Google Maps. Look at this. Look at this, bro. This is the list that we will be pulling. Oh my God, it's on the main street. What? Damn, they buying on main streets. They don't care. I think they said, well, it's an exception because it's a corner lot. So they probably put the entrance on the side. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not. I don't know. But not all markets are created equal. My point is, I just want to show y'all this is where, look at this neighborhood, man. This neighborhood is, we can offer this entire neighborhood as long as they have 0.3 acres, between 0.25 to 0.3 acres or so. And as long as, there's some other similarities and features of that lot we just saw, we can offer them. We know that we can offer them 1.3-ish. Maybe we could probably offer them 1.4 because the market is going up. So what's crazy is they're going to pay more than they paid last year today, because the market is constantly going up out there. You're not penny and nickel and diamond on values, because that's just not the play here, right? Look at this house. Like I said, look at this house before, bro. They smashed that thing down. This nobody wants to live in a remodeled old property anymore out there. They like, yo, I want something new. I want something fancy. I got money. I'm probably a founder or on my way to be one. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. I'm successful. I'm in a whole nother tax bracket. I'm in a whole nother quadrant here. Like, give me something new, right? So they coming out here and they spending that dough. And they like, yo, they threw up a whole freaking $8.6 million crib, right? That looked like this. And shoot, I don't know, that I don't look like, is that on the, I can't tell if that's on the main road or not, but regardless, they did their thing. I'm sure they put their foot in it. It's 7,500 square feet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can see more pictures here. They got the kitchen, all that good stuff. Anyway, so guess what? This person is my buyer. DeLeon team, DeLeon Realty, got the contact, boom. So guess what we're doing next, guys? We pulling all of this and we're telling them like, yo, we gonna send that all over to the Excel spreadsheet, and we're just gonna manually save and store our buyers for later. Matter of fact, we can tap in and check in with them as we're marketing to our sellers. You can do it simultaneously, right? Like, I'm peeling the curtain back, bro. This is what's about to happen. Only 1 to 10% of you may do this. Probably even less than that. Or none of you may do this. I'm doing it. And just best believe we hey, something's gonna shake out of this, man. Something is gonna shake. So, and this is just one area. Like, we taking this to multiple markets, bro. You can do this in any area. Every market has a luxury market. Okay. And I've been talking about this again for the last 3 years, but I've been playing a little bit of hopscotch with it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't pulled the trigger on it like that. So this time I ain't playing, but that's pretty much it, man. So that's it. I gotta end this episode. Hopefully y'all got everything. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully I don't get kicked off. Hopefully this don't come down because of copyright issues and all that bullshit. But hopefully y'all got something out of it. I'm gonna do a part 2 probably tomorrow, and tap in. You already know what it is. So it's your boy DubJ signing out. Back at it again with another one. Love y'all. Dare you do something about it. Peace.